How to avoid frustration. Today's topic is how to avoid frustration whenever you are doing the same work every day. Maybe you feel frustrated. Why? Maybe you are learning English language, but sometimes you feel frustrated about the vocabulary word, about the speaking, about writing, about reading, whatever reason it can be. So, how to avoid and conquer your frustration? Then you feel demotivated. To compose your mind, how to conquer frustration, how to quiet your thoughts. So, today we are going to talk about that, and I hope you all are doing well today. If you haven't watched my previous videos, do watch them. Where I talked about super skills, where I talked about how to start a business, where I talked about success, little tiny successes. Go and watch them. Your practice is going on. Let me know in the comment section. Leave your comments. Share that podcast with your friends and let them know about listening. So today we are going to talk about, let's get started, how to compose, quell, conquer your frustration emotions. Your emotions of frustration. What's the reason behind that? Sometimes you are reading English language but you are not getting anything. And then you feel frustrated that I'm practicing and reading but I'm not getting it properly. Or maybe you are speaking with random people but suddenly you are stammering, you are stuck, your tongue is trembling, you stuck in a tip on the tongue situation. And your mind goes elusive. Means you have words on your tongue but they are not coming out effortlessly. They are not coming out without efforts. Freely, as you talk in your native language without thinking. So, what you should do to avoid these all things and compose your emotions? Compose means the man who has a control on the emotions and also their actions as well. So how? If you're feeling frustrated in speaking, you have words but they're not coming out, you are deep on the tongue situation and your mind goes elusive. Now, the problem solving. Solve that problem. You feel frustrated when you are facing any problem. You read any word but you don't know the meaning and you stuck there and you start feeling frustration. But just but those things are just a tiny and little things which you are feeling more frustrated about. Don't do that. Just search it and get the meaning and then you feel, oh, it's very easy, and I was feeling frustrated about that. Oof, that's the thing. Sometimes the things are very easy but we makes him complicate. Why you need to make him complicate? Just speak it. Just translate it on go to on Google and type it kit, 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 and then you got a meaning and then you feel motivated. then you feel motivated. Then sometimes things are very easy, very simple. You don't have an idea about how simple is that things, but you make complicated to not taking actions. You're making it complicated to not taking actions about getting the real meaning of in your language, whatever your language is you speak, but don't translate it in your native language. Try to get the meaning in English language or whatever language you're learning. But here we are talking about English language, to translate it in English language as well, not in your native language. Yeah, but if some words are complicated but you are not getting their meaning, then you can translate it in Hindi language or whatever language you have. I did this or same mistakes in my past when I was in my initial stage when I began to start learning that language. I was kept translating that in my own native language. And whenever I show a new word, whenever I encounter with new word, I just note it down in my notebook. And sometimes those words, sometimes my notebook got filled with these thousands of vocabulary words. And then when I see him, then I realize that the frustration, like how immense these vocabularies are, how huge, how many they are. There is a huge amount of vocabulary I have noted, but I didn't even know their meaning because lack of repetition or lack of English translation. Because I was translating him in the language, so it's quite more difficult if you are translating your that words in your own native language. Don't do that. Foster yourself to learn in English language as well. Foster means to encourage someone or ourselves in a positive way, to motivate ourselves to do what you want to do, to foster your mind. And language learning, it's a grueling thing. Like if it's a very time taking, it's efforts demanding, you have to put some efforts, a huge amount of efforts, if you want to get something. Or not in only in English language, if you want to get anything in your life, you have to put efforts 24 into 7 to get that thing. I hope you are all getting it properly. Now, second most important thing, take actions again. I'm telling you that take actions instead of feeling frustration. That depends on you, where you are produce, where you are putting your energy. You're putting your energy to feel frustration, and you're putting your energy to take actions. Actions is the only option to avoid frustration, anger, and anything anxiety. Anxiety means you're worried about something. Yeah. So actions are is the only thing. These are all the emotions that have no meaning. Understand that. Whenever you speak and if you are stuck somewhere, then take actions. Note it down where you are, where you are stick and why you are sticking. Note it down and get a solution. And you can get a solution from your ChatGPT or the social media platforms, or you, if you have any tutor, if you have any teacher, if you have any guardian, if you have your parents are very well educated, literated, then well and good, ask them. But don't waste your energy. Don't put your energy, don't invest your energy to feel frustration, anxiety, worrying about something, and keep concerning the same thing. There is all the tiny things you are worried about. Now change your perspective, change your mindset to see things in a different ways. Get an idea, jump to learn that language, and foster yourself. And that's all things are pivotal. Actions are pivotal. If you're taking actions, these that will also help you to learn English language and be a master in it. Keep listening all the podcasts. If you're not feeling good to listen my podcast, you can prefer anyone's podcast, whatever you like, whatever you prefer, all these things. Because language learning is not about forcing ourselves. Language learning is about to interest. If you're getting interest, obsession, if you're obsessed with it, then you will definitely get encouraged to do that. And then you can do anything in your life and get it very easily. There is no exception in it. You have to dot it on your language. Means you have to learn, you have to love your language, whatever language you are learning. But first you have to dot it on your native language. Means in your heart, and you have to load it on your language, with your language, whatever native language you have. You have to be proud about your language, about your country first. And English language is just an skill. So just take it as an skill, and just like that, you are learning a language like Java, Python, and those all kind of language which is necessary in the IT field, but not in your real life. Means those are the skills. That's so English language is all about skills, not about frustration. You're learning that language, maybe you're learning that language as a travel purpose, maybe you're learning that language to get a good job, maybe you're facing some issues in your corporation, you're not able to express yourself to the manager, and facing issues, not a proper able to handle all the tasks which is performing into your organization, which is running in your organization. So, couple of more minutes, then I gotta go. So, if you are, sometimes third thing is feeling demotivated and fear to make mistakes, fear of making mistakes. And if you're feeling that fear, then you wouldn't maintain the consistency, and you would maybe afraid to talk people in over via call or via in a reality. All these things, I faced it already. These all the fictional and hypothetical thoughts, they have no meaning. Just take actions, keep on track, be disciplined about whatever thing you are doing in your life. Discipline is the thing which is beyond, which comes beyond the imagination, beyond the your thoughts, beyond your emotions. That's why keep holding disciplined about your skills, language, and whatever things you are doing in achieve in your life. So actions are the important ones. If you're feeling demotivated, and maybe there is a lots of reason about why you're feeling demotivated and not feeling excited sometimes, but sometimes you feel very motivated about the language, very interested in the language, and you are doing very well about it. But sometimes you feel demotivated, frustrated now, and you are stuck somewhere. Your mind goes blank, and you're consistently thinking that what am I doing? It's very tough. Oh my god, I can't do that. I can't do that. So compose all these emotions. These are only emotions. Don't blow with your emotions. Why you're blowing with your emotions? Don't. It's blow you away with your goals. Your emotions blow you away with your goals. Very far. Where you never come back. So don't focus to think about all these emotions. Just get encouraged and do some activities that give you interest, that give you motivation about your language. Like if you're reading consistently but you're feeling frustrated, do some other activity, but the activity should be in English language. The activity should be watching videos, watching native speakers, or watching other kind of blogs, but also in English language. So do those activities which give you one motivation, or which sparks a interest in your mind. But don't break the consistency, don't break the discipline, and don't afraid to do mistakes. If you have only a few words, if you knew only few words about English language, I've told you already that thing in my previous episodes. If you notice that, if you have a very few words, don't, you are not a fluent speaker and not good at English, so just use those few words. That would help you to become a master of that few words at least. And then stay, and then maintain your repetition is the thing. Repetition is a kind of fairy stick. Fairy stick, just move it, just repetition, just keep the words repeatedly. Just repeat those words without any hesitation, frustration, and blowing in your emotions. Don't sweep away with your emotions. Feel what you actually are. Okay, so we discussed about three things. First one is take actions. If you're feeling frustrated, take actions, and find the solution. Then we discussed about keep on track, practice every day, and the repetition is the most important thing. Solve your problems. This is the only thing which would be helpful for you. solve your own problem. Just go, if you're stuck somewhere, just go on Google or anywhere you want, just type it, and then you would found that, oh my god, this things and that war is very, it was very easy, but I was feeling frustrated. I had frustrated about this. Oh my god. And I wanted you to feel this situation, and let me know in the comment section if you felt before that. Sometimes we feel worried about those things which has no meaning, which are very, very, very little piece of easy. So yeah, apart from all these things, maybe you would implement these all. Note it down whenever you listen my podcast. Just maintain a copy and a pen and note it down. Those things which I am telling you about something. Cause don't trust on your memory. Don't trust your memory. Your memory is not like a computer or any kind of technical device or your phone. If you note it down, if you're listening that, then the words goes the word is gonna fit in your mind and never gonna escape it. Don't do it. Don't trust your memory. You're listening me now, but after 10 minutes and 20 minutes, your mind goes blank about what you listened before. You're getting that. Whatever you listened before, your mind would goes empty, elusive. You won't be able to get any of those things and the tips and techniques or suggestions maybe which I was talking about in my podcast before, which I had been talking about in my podcast before. So yeah, so feel free to ask questions. Let me know in the comment section, and don't just watch the video. Hit the like, and if you don't like that video, really hit the dislike button. But do something. Hit the subscribe button and hit the gong. Hit the gong. Hit the gong. So whenever I will upload the video, you will get a notification. You will get notified easily without any disruption and interruption. So if you would comment on my podcast videos, so it would be very helpful for me, so that I'll definitely take your comments in my next podcast, and I will answer you about your question, queries, or maybe suggestions, whatever you want. Okay, then implement those things about how to avoid frustration. So now I gotta go now. So keep on track. Let me know if you have any queries. Be feel free. Not don't be hesitate about something. Just take actions. If you if you are listening my podcast, but if you have any doubt, just if the doubt is parked in your mind suddenly, but you are not want to comment and you're not feeling to ask about something, what the thing you are doing, take actions instead of thinking in your mind. Okay, so I gotta go now. So best of luck about your language journey. And keep on track, be disciplined, don't break your discipline, maintain consistency. That would also help you to win that battle. It's not a battle, yeah, it's battle, but for we are the fighters of the front line. So keep on track, go it, hit it, and won it. Okay, love you all. We will meet in the next episode. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.